Hey, this is Russ with Front Range Anglers in Boulder, Colorado. Just wanted to spend a few minutes talking with you guys about some rods specifically intended for nymphing and European nymphing in particular. So let's just jump right in here. At the lower end of things, as far as price goes, we have the Gray's XF2 Streamflex rod coming in at $309. This has been hands down our most popular selling rod for European nymphing. For all techniques, you can see here the flex. It's a pretty soft flex. This is the 10-foot 3-weight model here, which is the most popular seller. We fish this on rivers like the Big Thompson, rivers that are typically a little bit smaller, but you can fish this on bigger rivers like the Colorado. You might get owned on a couple fish, but it's a nice soft rod that prevents you from dropping and bouncing a lot of fish. It's growing popularity with a lot of the competition fishers across the country right now, and like I said, has become one of our best-selling rods, the Gray's XF2 Streamflex. A little bit higher price, the big brother, shall we say, of the Gray's rod is the Hardy Marksman 10-foot 4-weight here. This is coming in at $649. The Marksman features a little bit more dressed up look to it, as well as a little stiffer action, so a little bit more progressive taper. This rod is excellent for actually casting fly line and not just monofilament with 2 tungsten beads. The Marksman is a great lake rod in addition to bigger river rod, rivers like the Colorado, the Roaring Fork, some of our bigger western rivers. This rod really shines. And personally, I fished the 10-foot 5-weight in this one and really enjoy fishing that one on the rivers and lakes. Last year, Sage came out with their new rod line entitled the 99, the 9-foot 9-inch rod models. And the 99 is really intended as a nymph rod, whether you're going to be European nymphing with it, whether you're going to be throwing a bobber, split shot, and 2 to 3 flies. Very smooth, progressive taper to the rod. A little bit stiffer than the rods we've seen so far. Probably the stiffest rod in the lineup here. But for some anglers, that's really what they're looking for. And like I said, as far as a nymphing rod goes, very, very stellar rod. A little bit heavier price point, right at $700. But again, it's all the finishings you would look for in a Sage rod. Another rod that's become very, very popular, especially with many of the competitive guys from Sage, is the Z-Axis and the 10-foot 4-weight model. You'll find most of the Team USA guys have this rod in their quiver, whether it's out or not. It's a rod that's being fished a lot in the competition scene. The Z-Axis has a very smooth taper to it, which allows you to actually cast line, but a softened up tip where you're not going to drop fish or bounce fish on the hook set. Again, the Z-Axis is proven itself as a rod throughout a number of different models, and the 10-foot 4-weight is no exception to that. Moving on, this is the brand new for 2011 Winston B3X 10-foot 4-weight. Again, a little bit stiffer than some of the other rods. The 10-foot 4-weight B3X, again, is going to make a wonderful rod if you actually enjoy nymph fishing with an indicator and split shot, but also very good for bigger western rivers, again, where you're going to be throwing really heavy anchor flies and setting the hook on some bigger fish. The B3X is a wonderful rod, super light in hand with all the nice dressings that a Winston has. You know, all these rods we're looking at here for the European nymphing and nymphing in general are typically longer rods, 10 foot, 11 foot, and the idea behind that is to put more distance between you and the fish, and it also allows you to have much better line control, so you can really control where your flies are moving and get to the fish and hook up in fewer casts than it would take you with a traditional rod, just throwing flies at them and hoping for the best. This is your guiding flies right into the fish's mouth, improving your hook rate, and just having a whole lot more fun out there on the river. Thanks for listening, and I hope this makes your decision on choosing the best rod for your nymphing situation a little bit easier.